Carrie here. I'm back. We survived BookMas. You are seeing this on January 20th. I am filming this on New Year's Eve. Very, very apropos for me. But I just want to go through most of the books that I did not tackle in 2020 that came out in 2020. And majority of these will be on TBRs for the early part of January, or the early part of the year, I suppose. But the first book is Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. This is a book that has taken the book to world by storm. It's supposed to be so amazing. It's like inspired by King Arthur, and I've heard really, really good things about it. So this one is going to be high on my TBR, if not a January read for sure. Another book that I got at ALA is By the Book by Amanda Sellette. This is a book where a young girl decides to take advice from classic literature to help her land a man, I think. And I don't know if that's going to work very, very successfully for her, but I'm super excited to dive into it and try it. And this one was supposed to come out in May from HMH. Sounds like a good Valentine's Day read. Another book I picked up recently was A Tale of Witchcraft by Chris Culver. This is the sequel to A Tale of Magic, and this follows this, it's the prequel series to the Land of Stories series. I really like the first one, so I'm curious where this one is going to head, but this one was one that is also high on my TBR. Good Girl, Bad Blood is a book that's actually coming out in America in 2021, but I got an early copy of it from the UK, so I decided to put it on this TBR because I have had it for a while, and I'm going to kind of set up my books a little bit differently this year, and I'll go over that in a future video. But yeah, so this is another one that is not technically out yet, but I definitely do want to read. Ghostwood Song by Erica Waters was a book that I picked up at ALA, and this is like a creepy read. I don't want to wait to read it until Halloween, but it's basically follows this girl inherited her ability to call ghosts from the grave, but when her brother, and she's told not to use her powers, but when her brother is accused of murder, she has to use her power to clear his name. This cover is very, very pretty, though. And it's supposed to come out in July. Another one is Deep Light by Frances Harding. And this, I think, is like an under-the-water adventure. Yeah, and I think he finds a mystical thing. And it sounds cool. I haven't heard a whole lot about this book, but the cover seems interesting. Another book I'm really excited for is Set Fire to the Gods by Sarah Rosh and Kristen Simmons. And this is Avatar, The Last Airbender meets Gladiator when two warriors must decide whether their loyalties lie as an ancient war between immortals threaten their world. And this one has like Greco-Roman gods in it. And it's perfect for fans of Ember's Ashes, Anna Darken, and The Winter's Curse. I haven't read anything by these authors, but I'm intrigued to definitely give it a shot. And this cover is very, very pretty. I also picked this one up at ALA. Another one is Seasons of the Storm by Eliza Cosmo. I have heard something about this. I think someone read it. I can't remember who read it. I really can't remember who read it. But Immortality comes at a steep price when fantasy perfect fans of Meg and Laini Taylor. And I think this is when, like, it's like the seasons have to kill each other, but what happens when two seasons fall for each other? Sounds interesting. This is an author that normally writes like contemporary, so I'm intrigued to keep reading. So these are the first couple of books that are still on this TBR. Now I'll show you guys the next couple. So The Night Country is still on this TBR by Melissa Albert. I actually DNF'd this like early in the year because I really was confused about it, but I'm determined to give it another shot. This is supposed to follow Finch because he's seeking his own adventure. But we still see Alice. And I really struggle with Alice's point of view, so I don't know how I'm going to feel about this one, but I still do want to read it. Especially because the stories are coming out this year. Blood and Honey is a sequel that I really want to get to because I really like Serpent and Dove. I actually just found my other copy because I reorganized my bookshelf, so hope to get to this one in early 2021. I really need to start thinking about my TBR. Cinderella is Dead by Caitlyn Barron. This is a loosely inspired Cinderella retelling, and I've heard really good things about it, like super good things, so hopefully this one will get read soon. But yeah, this one was one that I've heard really good things about, and she's coming out with a new book in July called Poisoned Heart, think they're companions, but I do like to be caught up to date if I can. Also, another one that I got at ALA was The Stars We Steal by Alexa Dawn. This, I feel like, was like an Anastasia retelling. Yeah. The Bachelor goes into space in a gripping story about a young girl caught in the world of royal intrigue and romance. I didn't hear a lot about this one. This is another one that I didn't hear a lot about. Forged in Fire and Stars by Andrea Robinson. This is another one about a lost throne, a forgotten fate. This was another one about like a person that is a weaponsmith, I think. So that sounds cool. And then Winter Duke is an enchanted tale of a magical curse and the only girl who survives it. And this is part Sleeping Beauty, part Anastasia, a thrilling political mystery. The Winter Duke is a spellbinding story about choosing what's right in the face of danger. I haven't heard a lot about this one either, but I mean, again, I got most of these from ALA in January, so, and a lot of the dates did get pushed, and this was just a weird year for books, so I still have them on my TBR. Now I'm going to show you the other pile of books that I have on the new shelf that I just created. These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong was my December Owl Crate, which I really want to read. You could see I haven't even taken it out of the packaging yet. This is a Romeo and Juliet retelling, and I've heard really good things about it. Another historical fiction read is Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Madison. This is a murder mystery where Amelia's twin is two sisters, one brutal murder, quest for vengeance that will unleash hell itself, and an intoxicating romance. So, this sounds really fun. I love books about twins. I've said this before. It's like one of my guilty pleasure subgenres or like tropes. I just love twins. So, Kingdom of the Wicked is definitely high on my TBR because of that. Sorry, I'm just going to throw my books down there and put them away in a nicely fashion later. Love and Olives is the third book in the Love series by Jenna Evans Welsh, and this follows a girl named Liv, and her dad like left her, and now he wants her to come visit her for the summer, and he's filming a documentary about Atlantis, and I think she goes out there and she kind of becomes more connected to her dad, but also a romance is brewing, like it always is in this series. So I'm really excited to dive into this one. Was hopeful to do it in late 2020. Didn't happen. Definitely hope for 2021. I really like all her other ones too. Rebel Rose by Emma Thurlet is the first book in the Queen's Council series. This one follows Belle in 1789, and this is after Belle is crowned queen, and it's her first adventure in 1789. So that sounds interesting. I like reimaginings of princesses. I've always liked that, so hopefully I like this one. I've heard some mixed things about it, but I always like to give a book a fair shake. The next book really has taken the book internet by storm, and that is The Invisible Life of Addie Larue. This I got in the Owl Crate exclusive, and it's basically about a girl who makes a deal with the devil to live forever, but the only catch in her deal is once you go out of the vision sight of somebody, no one remembers you, but then a boy remembers her. And that is how this book kind of develops, and I'm really excited to read it. I don't know if this is a standalone or if it's a part of a series, but I still definitely do want to read it. Rent a Boyfriend by Gloria Chao is such a fun contemporary read. I really hope to get to it in late 2020 during the holiday season. It just didn't happen. But this fellow girl is named Chloe, and she has to find a boyfriend that her parents will approve of. So she goes to Rent a Boyfriend, where she finds Drew. To convince her parents, fake Drew is worthy of their approval, so they'll stop pressuring her to accept the proposal of Hobeg, the wealthiest and douchiest young bachelor in the right-knit Asian American community. And I'm sure hilarity, drama, and possibly some romances too. I liked her first one, American Panda. I also have a Wayward Fate on my TBR, but this one just sounds so ooey gooey, and I really hope that I like it when I get to read it, hopefully around Valentine's Day. And the last book on this TBR or the books I didn't get to in 2020, is The Other Side of the Sky by Amie Kaufman and Megan Spooner. And I'm just going to read the back because I really don't know that much about it. A living goddess searches the skies, desperate for hope. A crown prince falls to earth looking for answers, both destined to save the world or destroy them completely. I feel like this is the book that like they can't touch each other. I feel like that's the book that they can't do, but I could be wrong. But I love their writing style, and I really hope they like that one. But guys, we survived BookMas. I know I do my BookMas super late, but I'm so happy you guys stuck around and watched my videos. Let me know in the comments of this video if there's any videos I didn't make that you would be interested in seeing, and I will try to add them to my February docket to film. I have some, romance videos I'll probably film, but also some still end of prep for 2021 videos I still do want to film, so I'll probably do that in the next couple of weeks. But I hope you guys are staying safe and being well, and I'll talk to you guys soon for my next video. Bye.